Okay, hi Shane. I was going to write an email to you, but then I realised that it was kind of getting complicated and it'd be a lot easier just to show you. So I'm going to draw a quick diagram and show you the system that I built there last year and put this on YouTube for you to have a look at. Um, so the system I built for a customer there for a large sum of money was essentially a tracking system. So they would send out their products to lots of customers, lots of them here, and some of them would then return them and return them to the company, and they needed a sort of a barcode scanner system to be able to scan the return and say, okay, this person either bought or they didn't buy, or they bought two of them or something. Um, so this is the product going out here, and this is the return slip coming back and being scanned. And the system basically kept a track of that. First, it allowed you to print. That's my version of a printer there. Allowed you to print some barcodes, and then here it allowed you to scan in the returns and put them into a database system that allowed you to keep track of who'd bought and who hadn't. It was all written in VB.NET, and it runs on an SQL database. And I originally had it written in Java, but then we had to change it because we wanted an inline interface, and my programmers at the time couldn't do kind of inline editing on the interface. They struggled with that, so we changed it to VB.NET. So what else do you need to know? Well, the database system itself basically had a table structure that was kind of like had contacts with the names. It had a sort of a section for handling all the different sort areas in Ireland, which apparently is quite difficult to organise. It's not very well organised, the postal system in Ireland, so that was quite unique. Basically, it's all the postal sorts to allow you to post to different areas in Ireland on a commercial license posting system. It also allowed you to track sort of purchases in a kind of a purchases table, and so what had been bought and when it had been bought, and then the interface allowed you to do SQL queries to sort of sort through that and basically pull out individual things that were important. The main thing for them um, was tracking returns over several years, because they wanted to see if An Post, the postal provider, had basically kind of done them out of a deal of actually how much they paid. And so if one year they'd paid for, if one year a customer bought, and then the next year An Post told them that that customer was deceased, and then the next year the person bought again, then that was obviously a problem, and Post was lying to them on who they were posting to and how they were posting. So they wanted to be able to catch An Post out. That was one of the reasons to build the system, make sure that the An Post was fulfilling the order. Now, for your system, which effectively is working with libraries, I just wonder if libraries are the best customers. They might work if you get a good if it's a good customer base, but I was thinking that I know that businesses that do direct mailing and tracking, they are in dire need of good systems that track with barcodes. So I'm talking about so here's our target market. Would be small to medium enterprises, small medium enterprises or SMBs. Looking to either track direct mail or products of some kind, or track products maybe, and even maybe track them inside warehouses. Now, I was thinking of taking what the work I'd done here and sort of open sourcing it, and so the plan that I had in my head. Now, if you can see any opportunities here, then feel free. But I think it's best to work with a target that you know is already looking for it, and then work backwards from there. So if you're interested, some different ideas I had would be to change this into a PHP interface with SQL or the MySQL database, and basically kind of give it a system that small business owners can actually use, maybe even with a mobile web app. and maybe so that would be one way of sort of taking this another step forwards. Another thing would be to open source it to create a sort of a good system that all small business owners or programmers that are doing these systems can use everywhere. Uh, I'd be happy to throw whatever code I've got there and put it up online. I'd say it's a bit of a mess because I didn't code it myself. I just got a team of guys in Pakistan to do it for me. What else? So definitely working on the direct mail route, not so much the ISBN number, but that you might want to stick with the ISBN number because it's unique to your system. And if that's the case, we can work on that and see if there's any market for ISBN numbers. Another thing we could do is we could do some market research on the keywords and sort of we might be able to find some words that small business owners are typing into Google that sort of reference their problems and needs. So we can have a look at that as well. But basically, any ideas you've got, I'd like to kind of just sort of hash this out and play around with it. And I just thought it was interesting how I've been working with the Barcode system, and I got paid a lump of money for it. And you've been working with the Barcode system, but you might be interested in kind of taking some of my experience and doing some stuff with your own business and so on. So just have a think about it, write an email and see what you think. I suppose the main thing would be, are you interested in taking what I've got and turning it into a PHP system? That's the one thing I can think of. But if there's something else there, just let me know. Okay, cool. That's me out. See you later.